Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to a video called Clarkson Making Fun of American Cars Compilation number 1. So I don't really know who Clark is. He must be a famous guy because otherwise like we wouldn't be watching a video about him. I'm guessing someone that knows, maybe he's like a driver or he like knows a lot of things about cars. Probably he's like, I don't know, has a show about cars. He's an actor that really likes cars, or just a personality that knows a lot about, like, I don't know, cars. I'm gonna guess he's from Europe because it's like, otherwise I don't think he would be American, you know, making fun of American cars. And I don't really know much about cars in general. Like car brands as in like Toyota, Ford, and I think like General Motors. I think those are like the three, like the big three, because I can name a lot of European brand cars. I don't think I can name, I think those are like the three Americans that I know. I think those are it. Probably there's more, but I need to think about it more. I don't know, but let's check it out and comment, like, and subscribe.
And if this were America, it would be full of people doing whatever it is they do. Incest, mostly.
Okay, that's a joke, obviously, but obviously it's a joke only if you're in the South. If you're not in the South, like, why would you make that joke?
God, Florida's awful. Nasty insects, old people, fat people, a lot of people who all offer you cheese. You want cheese with that? You want cheese with that? And then shoot you.
Oh my god, okay, that last part. But funny, yes, of course, like, I think the joke is that a lot of people, even like Floridians, like, they make fun of Florida because Florida, it's an interesting part of the United States. But it's funny that he's also like, wow, they told people, like, then why is that a joke? Like, that's not like something to be offended by. Like, there's a lot of old people, well, yes, there's a lot of retirees and yes, people retire to Florida. No, these days, like, it's these days are they still doing that? I like jury's still out on that. But it's like it's filled with old people. It also depends, and I think like the incest part is like only in the panhandle, like not in the Keys.
It also says it has a completely flat belly, the only thing in America that has.
Yeah, good news.
A lot of jokes about like fat people. I don't know. Like he's always British, but there's fat people in the United Kingdom.
For rural inbreds this week, Hummer.
Okay, a lot of
people
jokes
who
about
make those enormous pseudo-military off-roaders, you know, this sort of thing. They have come out with a new range of aftershave and smelly stuff. There it is, Hummer. It's the first name that springs to me. Have a look at that. There you go.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It's somewhere American.
When you open the top, listen to the sound.
Yes, exactly. Oh, de
Guaranteed not to repel your sister.
Yes.
Well, you say it was a holiday.
Hold on. Is that like, do car like connoisseurs and people that know a lot about cars, don't like Hummers? It wouldn't surprise me. Again, I don't really know anything about cars, but I think Hummers are like super ugly. Me personally, I don't like them. I think Jeeps, like as in the brand Jeep, I think makes like beautiful, like I like Jeeps like better. I don't like Hummers, and also I think it's just a thing about like, I don't know, people that drive like that kind of car, it's just like, oh, you know, I'm like, why would you driving this in a city? Like that's like they say, don't like the military uses this? You know, it's like, why would you be, not walking, driving around in one of these things in the city? Like it doesn't look good. So it speaks a lot about someone's person if they actually choose to have a Hummer. But that's just like me judging personally. But I think they don't like it either. So there must be like another, like, deeper reason why people that know cars just do not like Hummers as well.
But actually, it was a fly-drive holiday, so it wasn't a holiday at all, because, of course, you get to the car hire desk, and there's the gormless man with the spiky hair, and he types War and Peace into his computer for 16 hours,
No.
and then he doesn't know where England is, and he steals your driving licence, and then he directs you to a car park where your car isn't. Is it? You see, the problem is that the Americans aren't good on colours, and so you pay a fortune for the damn thing, and they say you can have it in red, white, black, yellow, or blue. What do we think?
Steady. It's only just quickly, okay? News from America, land of the free. And they've announced in Florida.
It's incredibly funny, and they're even like saying, yes, America, the land of the free, and they're even making fun of that. So it's like, well, yeah, sort of. It's I understand what you're joking about this.
That it's now legal. That's legal for bikers to ride their motorcycles without a crash helmet, as long as they can prove they've got $10,000 worth of health insurance. Well, that's just stupid. Apart from anything else, what's the point of insuring Americans' head There's nothing in it.
Yes, Miami, home to all the most successful drug dealers. This year's Mr. Big Mac.
Oh no.
Silicon Valley. All very glamorous.
I was in America.
Were those people like they had to sign a release, right? Like, yes, you can like show me on a show, because I think it would be incredibly rude of them to just show you and you're just watching this show and you're like, wait, is that me? That's what they're saying about me? That would be so sad. I know, that would be awful.
A couple of years ago, filming. This took place in Texas, which is the biggest car dealership in the world. The frontage is a mile long.
Oh, really?
And I said to the guy who owned it,
That's why they say everything's bigger in Texas.
"What do you sell here?" And he went, "We sell a lot." And he mispronounced every single one. I go, Hyundai, Mitsubishi, Toyota.
But it's the accent. Like, again, Texans have a southern accent. Well, not even a southern accent, they have a Texan accent, which has its own, like, particularity.
Nissan, Jaguar, BMW. Every single one of them was wrong. And you call it Hyundai.
I prefer Hyundai.
I agree with you. The Americans are very bad at some things. They can't say aluminium. And they can't win a war without our help. But
The Moroso Motorsports Park is unusual in America because it has left-handed turns and some which go right as well. Perhaps that's why it was deserted, too complicated for the colonials. Or maybe everyone had been murdered.
No.
some say that he's a CIA experiment that went wrong and that he only eats cheese. All we know is he's not the Stig.
Joke, like, yes, he's been mentioning the cheese, like, oh, they just eat cheese. Like, a lot of people, I can make the same joke about, like, French, or a lot of, like, people in Europe do, like, their cheese as well. I don't know why that's a bad thing. I think, actually, it will be the opposite. They believe that plastic, it's cheese. That would be a good, like, I think that would be a more accurate comment.
But he is the Stig's American cousin.
He's in the trailer park, which is fitting.
The Corvette enthusiast in America is quite
Heavy.
Yes, they're bigger gentlemen, are they not?
Big boned.
Well, one of them visited the museum this week and this happened.
Mania, and we said a couple of years ago that this is the best road in the world.
What?
However, many Americans say, and they do tend to know everything, and that's
AK's down here in M16
Shut up.
and a Vote Republican flyer.
American.
You're American.
Oh, no.
Oh.
You can't be, you're nowhere near fat enough.
Peter Hemi V8.
And it'll be rubbish.
How do you possibly know? You haven't driven it, they haven't built it yet.
Because it's American. All American cars are rubbish. I was over there the other day and I drove that Chrysler 300C SRT8. Have you ever pictured that thing?
Yes.
Appalling.
What? Why is there a dog in the middle of the studio? And I think actually I've seen those cars. They're big. They're like a sedan, but they're like quite big. But I don't know. I don't think I've ever driven one of those.
In every way.
Wow.
Remind me, who were the last 4 teams in the World Cup? All European. Women's finalists at Wimbledon, both European. Men's finalists, both European. Everything anyone ever does in any walk of life is done better by Europeans, and it's the same with cars.
Granted,
Wow.
apart from with American muscle cars, which only the Americans
Why would you
understand.
want an American muscle? It's rubbish.
They're exciting.
It's
Agreed.
rubbish. It's like it's
Why are we
a
doing this?
tractor.
Right.
Why would you want that car?
If you're thinking of coming to America, this is what it's like. You got your Comfort Inn, you got your Best Western, you got your Red Lobster where you eat. Everybody's very fat, everybody's very stupid, and everybody's very rude. It's not the holiday programme, it's the truth.
Been filming in America, am I right?
Oh, yes, and I went to
This man
America a
hates
lot, and I had
United
loads of things to tell you about America, and then I got there,
All
and
that.
everybody backstage is American.
Well,
So it's a
that's-
lovely place.
Well, no, you see, I'm going to see whether you have... So when you meet Americans, because you're not a fan of America, are you, or American culture?
No. I don't. Well, I don't know actually, because as you well know, and I'm sure anyone who's been to America knows, it's when you get to that Mr. Big Mac who's running the immigration desk, and you know you can't be funny, you can't be cheeky, you have, because you know that he's going to send you to the back of the queue.
Well, there's changes.
Yeah.
So we've got, in America, this is very literal in America.
Yeah. Well, they don't have anyone speaking other languages there, which is why American cars always have the words for what it is written on it on the switches.
Oh, right,
It
what
says
does it say?
cigarette lighter, horn, lights.
Yes.
Whereas everywhere else in the world where there are other languages,
Yeah, they know what
it's
it is.
symbols.
Yeah.
That's just how stupid they are.
Oh my god. It's true. I hadn't noticed that. He's like, well, that's a really good comment, actually.
They are very literal like that. It's like they call glasses or spectacles eyeglasses. They have
Yeah.
to specify where they go on your face.
No, but every other word is wrong. I mean, vest. No.
No.
Pants.
No.
No.
What do they call? They call it like a waistcoat.
When it gets to cars, sedan, hood, fender, freeway, interstate, sidewalk, trunk.
Oh, that's a
Trunk is on the
right?
front of an elephant, not the back of a saloon car, but they have no idea.
Yeah.
Gas. They call a liquid gas.
How do they call it? How do they call it in the UK? They have to put fuel. I don't know. Isn't it gas? What is it called there? They don't use that's the twist. They don't use like I don't
There are
know.
other examples of this Americanness too.
For instance, in most cars, all the buttons have symbols on them, so you know what everything does. But in this, everything's written in English. Because, of course, the whole world speaks English, doesn't it? So someone at Cadillac came across what in America is a very rare book called an atlas.
In it, they found many strange and exotic places that weren't America.
A different
And one
country.
of these places was a continent called Europe. And in Europe, they found a country called Germany. And in Germany, they found something called the Nürburgring.
And nor is it the fact that if you buy an American car, you're going to have to commit acts of love with your cousin. And the whole space frame is made from aluminum. Whatever that is.
How is it they call it? I already forgot how they call aluminum. Aluminium? That's what it is. It sounds wrong.
System is showing the fast food icons.
First thing it goes
No
to,
way.
the default setting, fast food. How American is that? It can't find London, can't find France, but it'll
They
find you a
can
burger.
Yeah,
Iraqi restaurants.
that found.
Well, that shut her up. The South. It is. It's Christian, short hair. They don't like communists. They really do have an irony deficiency. I honestly believe that in certain parts of America now,
Why do they have so many like, just like the little like tree-scented things? Why is there like 4 of them?
people have started to mate with vegetables. What they'll do is they'll strip out all the interior carpets, radio, and that saves £40, or which in America is lunch, isn't it?
Who said Hummer?
Mike, you're thinking.
No, they're consistently ugly across their range of one car.
Yes.
Designed by Americans who have the aesthetic ability of giraffes.
Which means 0 to
True.
60 will be under 4 seconds.
And the best thing is it makes you 27% more attractive to your sister.
Oh my god. This means I don't wait 4
Why
times.
would the South Koreans nuke Hammersmith?
They use American guidance systems.
No, look, going off topic again.
It's basically underneath. It's a Mercedes SLK. It was designed by a British person and it's been built in Germany. So that's a car for America to be proud of.
Really, really safe car. If you
Oh, is that because they're constantly like, they claim like, oh, my great-grandparent was German, so I'm German? Is that what it is? Or they're just like taking, like they're constantly taking credit for things that they haven't done, no relation whatsoever? Is that it? Is that the joke?
crash it. Apparently not. Here is one that's been crashed, and that doesn't look too
Oh, but that's run into an American's buttock.
Spilled my burger.
You can
He's
see
dropped his styrofoam car. Oh, hell.
No.
Oh, hell, I've gone and run into my wife. One of her cheeks has done that
It's
to the
a
front of my
mess.
car.
That's a mess.
No, it's
Car.
can you play rugby in it?
Rugby.
Yeah, no, rugby. It's if you're watching in America, rugby's a bit like American football, only it's played by men. So really, we do have 2 Top Gear top tips for you tonight. 1, yes, you can buy rather than rent, and 2, don't go to America.
Okay, this is very funny. I think this man definitely, like, he hates America. That's what I get from this. It's very funny to me that he just like there's there's a lot of like, I can see why. Like, it's understandable. Like, why would you I do not like America. I don't like the United States. It's like, yes, I definitely, I can agree with a lot of things, because it's like, it's not, it's wouldn't, I think it has like a really good basis. Like, it's not coming out of like nowhere. So it is, I think that makes it funnier. It's because, yes, you have a point. Like, this is not coming out of left field of like you imagining things. So that makes it obviously is the basis for the joke. It's like, yes, of course it is. But I think it's like a lot of these things are obviously what you would call like the average American. Those are the things that you obviously can make fun of, especially like people like in the South, or the average, like maybe, yes, the average like Midwestern. Not they're like taking everyone's like, why am I here? It's like, yes, but again, it's like if we're like doing the little like generalizing how the average American sees the world or how they live in general. So I think again, it's like Florida is like the easy joke, and the South as well. Like, that's why I think the Southerns must be like pretty, like, they must have it at this point, because they're like the constant butt of the joke. Even for other Americans, they're just constantly like the jokes about like, oh, you're in love with your cousin. They constantly get married. They're so inbred, and they are stupid. Like, there's a lot of that. They're redneck trash. Like, yes, it's a joke that it's been done to death, and it's like, but it's like trespassing borders. Like, even this person that he's British, he also like, he can tell all the jokes because he's someone that's constantly like spent time in the United States. So he's like, what I can observe again from the average American, and just like in the cliche of like they only eat fast food. They think they're the center of the universe, so they don't really know anything about anything else, and they're just, yes, they're just like very, I think tacky would be the right word. I think actually I kind of like, I don't know if I'm not gonna get into like if I agree or not, but the Hummer situation, I think, really does sounds down like what a lot of like the American aesthetics is like. Because it's like they said, it doesn't have like, I don't remember how you call it, but it was like basically was really tacky. They don't really have a sense of like aesthetic, and it like, well, it is an aesthetic, but it's like, it's not even campy. It's just like, it's ugly. Like, it's just like, it's very like, there's no sense of like, oh, how sleek this looks like very sleek. This looks very like, I don't know, beautiful, very like modern, or just, just like nicer in general. No, I think the American aesthetic, the average aesthetic, it's very like, yes, very like tacky, and like overwhelmed, like just like, because I think they use constantly, I think the thing about like the American aesthetic is probably about like showing like how much like you have, like everything, again, like everything should be bigger, everything should be like showier than other things, and they should stand out, but not necessarily for the good things. So it's just, I think that when you look at it, you're like, whoa, what is that? And it's like, yes, well, that's the American aesthetic, like summarized, in general. And I think that's what a Hummer represents. It's like, I'm just speaking about this and talking about this, I'm realizing how much I do not like that car. So this is really funny. I think obviously he knows what he's doing. Like, he's a professional driver. I don't really know what they do, but apparently they have a talk show, right? Well, not even a talk show. It's just like something similar to, maybe like they have a panel. Well, there were like two guys that were constantly there, so I don't really know what the actual, I'm guessing they talk about cars also, but I don't know why he was also in the United States and like driving. So the show must be also about like driving as well, as in like they're places, and maybe it's all trying cars. Actually, it's like, yes, we're trying cars, and we'll tell you like, hey, this drives beautifully, or the opposite, like, do not get this car, it's a bad car. So I don't know, now I'm curious to check out like what kind of like, what talk show is this. But yes, a lot of these things are like really funny. I can tell he hates Americans, and you know what, I low-key agree with a lot of things. So it's like, yes. And that was it for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.